Let me tell you a little about myself. I'm a third generation educator. Most of my family were teachers or school leaders. I first started teaching middle school science at Brookfield Middle School in 1982. I still have a lifetime teacher certificate. Over the next almost 40 years, I've been a small school principal, a middle school principal, a large school assistant principal, athletic director, large school principal, and career tech director. After retiring from public education, I spent almost 3 years working in Missouri's Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. That's DESE. I then joined the faculty as a professor in Northwest's School of Education, where I am ready to begin my 11th year. I mostly teach undergraduate students to be middle level teachers and also help prepare school leaders. Like most of us at Northwest, I coordinate a program. In my case, it is the alternative certification and post-bac programs. I also had 3 different stints over those years driving a school bus. I tell people I learned classroom management through a bus mirror. I currently live in Liberty with my wife, who spent 26 years as a special education teacher. Her experiences as a special education teacher helped me better understand special education law and the stresses of special educators. And our teacher is a second grade teacher. Our daughter is a second grade teacher. I've always enjoyed teaching school law. As a secondary principal, I could easily share a war story about every concept we were discussing in class. From time to time, I'd hear another principal say something, and I'd think, where did you learn school law? Other times, I'd hear of a principal doing something, and I'd think, what were they thinking when they did that? I hope this course gives you the basic understanding and helps you avoid needless conflict. Trust me, that conflict is stressful. Over the 19 years I spent as a secondary administrator, I only ended up on the nightly news twice. I learned a principal is dependent upon the actions of the teachers of the school and that I don't look good in pink on TV. Understanding governance and court systems is an important function of any school leader. Having an understanding of the mandates that can be applied to schools, different court systems, and the levels, types of litigation help educators to understand the possible lawsuits that could arise. The federal Constitution does not say anything about education. In fact, education is the sovereign power of the state. So why do we need to worry about federal amendments and mandates? When a person violates any part of a federal mandate or amendment, it then becomes acceptable for the federal system to enter into the educational world. Understanding the issues pertinent to education will be crucial to help avoid litigation. Ethical behavior revolves around educators everywhere. Decisions based on good ethical standards are less litigated. In this module, we will discuss the different court systems and identify the constitutional amendments and how they relate to schools. You will also self-evaluate and answer questions dealing with ethics and create your own personal and professional ethics platform. Thank you, and look forward to helping you in this course. Oh, and you'll usually see me sign off as Dr. G. That's what my kids called me, and I kind of liked it. It was one of the better things they called me.